Hey guys, McJeffries here, and welcome back to the McJeffries Network on OpenTTD. And today, and for the rest of this week actually, I would say, is going to be a very, very busy time for the network. We start over here at Guardtown St John, and Guardtown St John is a very, very nice little station. I say little, it's fairly big. You know, it's got 10 platforms on the main line and then 3 on the metro system. I think I'm going to cut that down slightly though. I think I'm going to take a platform off either side here. Although I can't really do that because then it leaves a gap, and I don't really like gaps in stations. One thing I'm definitely going to do though is take this electrified line, get rid of that, rename this to GSJ, not G. GSJ P. I'm going to call it P1 for now. Like that. So, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I have this brand new electrified section of track down here at GSJ. And the first thing I'm going to be doing in today's episode is just working on this little stretch of track that I'm about to show you. So I'll just take that off like that, get rid of that, and in fact I will quickly replace these platforms with electrified platforms. Dutch single-sided. You can tell I've only just switched the game on for the first time today. I'm actually, I wouldn't say I'm behind in my schedule, because I don't really have a schedule, but in terms of, I've normally got all of the episodes for the week done over the weekend. And it's currently Sunday, and I'm recording what I believe is Tuesday's episode. Someone let me know if this does go out on the Tuesday or not. Although, by the time it's actually uploaded and live for you guys to see, I'll know whether it's going out on a Tuesday or not. So completely disregard that last statement. Anyway, do you know what, actually, since I'm doing this side, I might as well do this side as well. Like so. And I believe this one, it does need a little bit of work actually, because that just looks strange. Okay, so that one, shelter goes there, schedule goes there, and CTA goes there. You don't really need a CTA when you've got a schedule, but oh well, I've got one now. I am going to leave this track here. I'll pop that in. Actually, no, I won't. I'll take that out. I'll leave the track here for now, because I might use it for something else in the future. Anyway, this is all electrified, and it's all very nice, very lovely. As I say, we're going to be doing some track work to start off with today, and I'm going to show you where that's going to be taking place. Basically, this line is electrified all the way through here, all the way through here, and then joins up with this main line here. Now, the reason I say, well, the whole section here is going to be redone because I want to take this down from 4 tracks to 2. I don't think 2 tracks are necessary anymore. Sorry, I don't think 4 tracks are necessary anymore here. I think it's a bit of overkill. So I'm going to upgrade these platforms and actually put benches and whatnot in, and then go through and take out the side platforms. Hopefully I don't disturb too many trains by doing that. I might leave this bit as a 4 track just so that it comes out of Cawston that little bit easier, and GSG of course, and then once it gets here it might help with the actual split as well. Yeah, I think I'll do that, but this definitely is going to be changed, and I think I will go for the island platforms. I think island platforms do look better. Let's then increase the size of this quickly. If I stick this up here, pin this, 4 and 1 more for the 5th, there we go, and then get rid of that and get rid of that, like so. Up here to Prading Hall Pit. Interesting name. There's no pit nearby. I imagine there was when it was built. 3 and 4. Actually, one thing I did forget to put in was the stairs. If you have an island platform, you need stairs, otherwise you can't get in and out, can you? Same with this one. There we are. Alright, so it's going to be a bit busy with freight trains using this line as well. But I don't plan on having massive express trains down here. We're going to have fast and semi-fast. And that's it. Sorry, no, we're going to have semi-fast and stopping. That's it. Not going to have fast at all. Fast is express, Mark. I say some stupid things sometimes. Right, I'm also going to reprofile this section of track here. Because I don't like the way this curves. So I think what I'm going to do is do that and then cut that bit off. Like that. And I'll build the new track first and then I'll take out the old. So there's a signal there apparently. So that'll go like that. I will take this signal out. Like so. Pop that there. And then move this all over. And then from here downwards it will just be a straight diagonal line. Like so. We'll get rid of these. Just to make that a little bit easier. Actually, I don't know why I'm reprofiling the entire thing. That's stupid. Why am I doing that? In that case, I will only reprofile two of them. Because the other two are going to be gotten rid of. Derp. I do stupid things. Quite a lot of the time. It's just a waste of money there. Like so. And that should allow trains to go where they need to go. Because of this, this station eventually will be moved over here. For now I'm not going to do that, but I am going to take out these connections. That should be okay. Pop a quick temporary crossover there. Wait for this train to go past and then take it out again. And just for the time being, pop a quick temporary one here as well, even though I'm actually moving this platform inside. Like so. We'll put a shelter there. Schedule. Oh, there's a signal in the way there. In that case, I'll have the stairs pointing that way. How long's this? So I can put 3 more in. But I don't think we need 3 more. Not really. Just put benches in. And then I'll put... in fact, if I put the sign there... the plant pots there. I might need to pause the game for this to work, actually. So let's do that. Just while I relocate all of these stations. 2, 3, and 4. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Very nice. Another one here. Good, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, good. Get rid of you, get rid of you. So I'm trying to think what this line would be called. It's sort of just like a connections line, really. This kind of ties in with an idea that I've got for Guardtown metropolitan area, whatever, however you want to say it. Sort of the main area of Guardtown where people live and work and all that stuff. I've got an idea for a new transport system. And it's going to utilise the existing metro, and it's probably going to be a bit disruptive considering I've only just rebuilt the metro in the first place. So it's not the wisest idea, but I like the idea, and I would like to try it out just to see if it would work. If it doesn't work, then I'd like to at least build the system that it's easily revertible back to how it was before, which it probably won't be knowing my luck, but there you go. 3, and put one of those in. We don't need benches, we've got a waiting kiosk there. There we are. I haven't even decided what trains I'm going to have on the local service yet. This one is going to stay as it is because it is a junction station. It's also the terminus for both local lines. 2, 3, and 4. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Getting wrist ache. It's one of my problems. I have RSI in my wrist at the moment from using my computer too much. It's the sacrifice that I make for these videos, guys. I get injuries in my wrist. I can hear the gratitude slowly creeping in from everybody. Much appreciated. There we go. Crack my knuckles, that will sort it out. Apologies if you heard that and you don't like the sound. Anyway, Boober North is the next one to get the upgrade treatment, although technically it's a downgrade because you're reducing... Well, no, the number of platforms remains exactly the same. The number of lines is the one that decreases. And I think the only disadvantage at the moment is freight trains are being held up. The other passenger services will be working this way anyway, so it really doesn't matter in that sense. There we go, Benston. Still got quite a few to go if memory serves. Lindtown. Which also means some of these junctions, for example, this one here, I might convert it into a flat junction. Although saying that, there is this whole thing with the depot and all of that stuff, so maybe not this one. But some of the other ones around where the other oil line connects up, I believe, which is further up the line around the corner. That one I might convert into a flat junction. I will have a look to see if it's worth it or not, because if it isn't, then obviously I won't do it. We have a slight issue here with the way the signals are set up, so I'll have to do that. Okie dokie. What else we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will do. Again, I'll try and move this up here. Like you and like you. Where's the next set of signals? Wait, your path signals. What have I done you for? That's better. Okie dokie. No, not waypoints. Stations. Okay, so that's that one done, that's that one done. Up here next. It gives me the chance to move some of these stations as well to better locations. There you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nearly clicked the wrong box. Next one up here. 1. Change it to that one actually. 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're very similar designs, and it's very lazy building from me, but it's this thing. It's like the Piccadilly line in London. Most of the buildings were designed by Charles Holden, and therefore most of the buildings are of a very similar, if not identical, design. And yet, pretty much all of them, they're unique in their own individual way, and they're all well, what's the word? I want to say admired, but it's not really. Well received buildings, well reserved. I don't know. They're nice buildings. Anyway, they're recognised. Holden is a very special person in the history of London Underground. Just for the work he did on those particular buildings, which I think is deserving, because they are nice buildings. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, can't do that one. Already done that one. 5. 6, 7, and 8. Like so. Technically can't fix this one yet because there's a train in the way, but what I do need to do is, I'll do it there, just when I take the outside tracks away, which I'll do once the game is unpaused again, I think, because by that point trains should be using the correct tracks. Pop you there, pop you there. I'm not entirely happy with the way that the rusty rails suddenly become normal rails again. On the sheer logic of, I get why it does it, because it's technically new rails laid against a new platform face, but you'd think that all of these tracks here as well would be used by the trains that are providing materials to build the platforms. That's the feeling I'm having. But, you know, I'm not a rail engineer. I don't know the full ins and outs. I could be wrong. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Looks quite nice, this. And again, pop that there, just to get that going. You, platform, go bye-bye. I don't think there's one there. Nope, good. And that's it. At this point here, it runs into this section of track, which I'm going to keep as 4 track because there's the entrance and exit to the freight terminal up here. Plus, there's a well, you know how it works now. At Fenthill, there's that junction that goes either north or south. And in actual fact, I will show you this very quickly because it's to do with this. These trains, I just saw one. There should be another one up here somewhere. They are fairly spaced. But they come this way now and they go through Benningpool Falls. So this station is now actually in active service. There it is. There's the train. You can see I've got this as well, which came with the Lieutenant Joker update, which I'm really pleased with. Train is not running that full. This is something else I like actually. It's got performance, and if you look up here, it has history. So it tells you the last stop, the change in its load, and I think at some point it tells you, well, it tells you here how much money it's made from the last 2 trips. So it's made 10,000 K. So does that mean 10 billion? £17,000 per day. Average trip length is 317 days. The improvement is minus 55%. I'm not sure whether that's good or not. If an improvement is minus, I'm guessing that's not good. That's bad. Anyway, track comes down this way, goes through Tarnley Market, blah blah blah, and this service actually terminates in the bay platform at Tunville, which I did have to extend by a tile in order to make it work. But it terminates at Tunville, so it's quite a nice little service. I've completely messed that up. 7,000 people want to go to Darninghead, 4,000 to Guardtown Valley, 1,000 to Lower Guardtown. 7,000 people to Darninghead North, though. They all want to go from Tunville to Darning. Where is Darninghead North? Oh, I can unpause this now. Let the train start running again. Darninghead North. Oh, wow. It's a metro station. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of passengers here as well. 1,162 to Prenfingpool, 1,137 odd to Tunville Parkway again. So the symmetry sort of working. This is busy. Busy, 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 this little section. And this actually fits in quite nicely with the service that I want to introduce. But before we do that, actually, scrap that. I was going to say before we do that we've got some lines to remove, but that's really, really boring to have to do on camera. So I'm going to do this off camera. The point is we've converted the platforms, we've moved the platforms, we've dolled up the platforms. They are actually platforms now. The trains are running, which is fantastic. I'm going to move Leadingbury Woods Station while I remember. Which means I can get rid of that extra bit of track. So, Leadingbury Woods. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let that train come through. Get rid of these platforms here. Like that. And then we can get rid of all of these tracks. I will move these tracks on camera, just because it fits in very nicely with the theme of what I was actually doing. Might as well sever that connection and that connection as well whilst I'm there, and that one too. So that's one section taken down to 2-track anyway. Right, Guardtown, big area. I show this to you a lot. I've been doing some research on all different transit systems around the world, and the one that really strikes out for me is Germany, and Berlin in particular. If any of you are familiar with the U-Bahn system in Germany, it's their metro, basically. It's their version of London Underground, or well, yeah, it technically is their version of London Underground because ours came first. I can't. Underbarton, I think, is what U stands for, something like that. My German is terrible. I don't speak German, so I'm not even going to attempt it. But anyway, that's their underground. Then you've got the S-Bahn, which I suppose in Britain the closest thing we have to the S-Bahn is probably the Docklands Light Railway. It's not a tramway like we have in Manchester, in Croydon, and Sheffield, and Nottingham, and Birmingham, and probably other places. Oh, Blackpool, they have one as well. It's not like that. The U-Bahn is a completely grade-separated line, and it does go underground, but it's not in the same category as a metro. So it's not classed as an underground system. And the thing that really stood out for me with the S-Bahn is they have 3 main lines that run through the centre of Berlin. One of them is an east-west, which we kind of have. If you count GSG coming out this way as being east to west, we kind of have it. Also, if you take the little stretch here from Peddingham through Plenley and down here to GSP, this also technically counts as an east to west, although we'll come back to that because this fits in slightly more with the third one. The second type is the north to south, and we have a north to south. It goes from here all the way through the centre of Guardtown, or technically in this case Prampel and Lunwood, and then again it sort of breaks off here. But the better example, and I just whacked my hand on my desk because that hurt quite a bit, the better example is from here. So trains can come into GSP here. They then go through Guardtown Financial, Montbourne, and Kintborough North, and then again you'd expect them to carry on that way, but in this case they turn this way and come through this section here via Prutberg and Tunford, and then eventually they come out at Planwell International. The third one is the one that I really want to focus on. I think that's the one that is most feasible in all of this. The third one is they have what's known as the Ringbahn, which is exactly that. It is a ring. It goes all the way around, sort of within the outer perimeter of the city. And from there, there's sort of, it's like a hub and spoke. There's the 2 main lines that go through the centre, one north to south, one east to west. They used to have links to the Ringbahn. I'm not 100% sure if both of them still do. I think the north-south one lost its southern connection, I want to say, but I could be wrong. But then from the Ringbahn, there's loads of other lines that spur out to all different areas around Berlin, and the same with the north and the south. And sorry, the north, south, east, west. They both split into 3, I believe, on both sides. So 3 north, 3 south, 3 east, and 3 west. That's the one I want to go for, the Ringbahn. I think it's going to be tricky to make a full-on east to west and north to south, but what we could do is integrate the existing lines that we have into a ringed network. So, imagine, if you will, that the ring itself will come from, let's say, not there, that's not a brilliant one. Let's say we build a new station sort of here, and have the line come down this way, through Tyndinghall, through Chindbury, up this way, connecting up to, let's say, this northern line here, somewhere either at Preston or just outside Preston. Actually, the best one would be connect it up to this section here, and then remove this where are you going? You're not going the right way. You're supposed to be going to Prutberg Holt. You're nowhere near Prutberg Holt. That's not good. I'm going to redo those trains anyway as part of this this network upgrade. But yeah, say they came down here underneath this line, connected up to Preston, went through Preston, through all of this section here, through, rebuild this junction to be a Y junction, through all of these stations here, through this one here, round here, under here, and then back down this way to connect up to the ring again. That's the plan. The other plan is to have the line go through this way and then offer another connection here and then round this way, or have it just follow this route here through GSP and then break off here and then come round. I like the idea of having a break off here because I think Tinningbury and all these places need to be integrated into this new system that I'm planning on putting in. So we're going to start construction. We're going to start construction probably down this end, thinking about it. The first thing I wanted to do was sever this connection here, but I might not be able to with that train going down there. So what I am going to do instead, whilst we're waiting, is upgrade this track to third rail, because that is part of the process as well. I thought I had done this, but I hadn't. I only did it up to a certain point, which, you know, not good news for me, but only for me. Right, up through here, up through Ringbahn, and I think up here is where I actually got to. Yeah, you can see where I got to. I've got to be careful here because I only want to electrify this section. The other tracks I'm going to leave mothballed for now because they could come back into service. Like this freight only line here is actually, I mean, even for a diesel train, it's a pretty handy connection to have. So I might leave that as it is. Obviously in the real world there'll have to be some extensive rebuilding before this was allowed to carry passenger trains, but we're not too bothered about health and safety in this series, are we? Not until a crash happens, of course. Right, so that's that section done. The next part of the plan, did I connect that? Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong bit, that's why. So it'll come through here, come through Drenningworth itself. See, I've got this station here, this bus stop at Drenningworth Valley. Does it get used? I don't believe it does. No, didn't think it did. I'm going to remove it, because there's a bus station right here, which, you know, just as good. Yeah, I've got trams running to this now as well. You can see them up here. So that's also good. And I think that where the tram goes is pretty much where I want the ring to go. So you can see there is the outer ring, because of the direction it goes in there. I'm then going to put... Actually, no, I'm not going to. That's the other thing I'm going to do. This is going to be a terminus station. You have to come in and out again to go follow the loop. Kind of the London Overground network at Clapham Junction. It's going to follow the sort of same basis as that does. I think that'll just help a little bit with train control, because it has to end somewhere, doesn't it? Or at least it has to end at that point somewhere. Right, so we're going to go this way through GSP, but the other thing I want to do up here is rebuild GSP metro station so that it's here. And I'm going to rebuild it as an island platform, like this. That hasn't really gone to plan, has it? No. I don't think that will want to be much better. Okay, I'm not going to rebuild it as an island platform. I'm going to do it as single-sided. See, the idea was to have it connect to... I can't even find the type of bridge I want now. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. Yeah, see, that's messed things up for me slightly. Alright, screw that then. I'm just going to do single-sided platforms. 1 and 1. We're going to do you there, you there. 1, 2, and 3. So I was going to have a bridge going up onto a plaza, but that's clearly not going to work. This is so that I can space these trains out that little bit better coming out of this station. we're going to take you out. I'm going to leave you in. I also need to put signals there and there, which also mean taking these ones out, because apparently that's the thing. I'm putting a signal there and a signal there, which also puts one at this end, which I find quite cool. That is quite clever. Something else which is quite clever is it automatically slows the trains down when it knows that the next light is going to be red. It's not entirely brilliant if it slows them right down to an intolerable speed, but the majority of the time it doesn't do that, so we're okay. Anyway, construction. We're going to come out this way like this. Now, I want this section here to be elevated, built on embankments, let's say, through Tinningbury, because we're going to have a new station here at Tinningbury. So all of this bit here is going to be demolished and rebuilt. Like so. This road is also going to be redone, so we'll take that out. Again, it's very expensive building, let's say, but it will be worth it. That's the main thing, it will be worth it. I should be able to put that there, Tinningbury. Awesome. 2 and 3, like that. This track will just go through here for now. This one will go through here. Now again, focusing on the Stadbahn, S-Bahn. I don't think it is Stadbahn actually, I think that's something I've just made up. Focusing on the S-Bahn, they have various services, as you'd expect. One of those services, in fact 2 of those services, are just ring services. So that's going to be probably the first bit I will focus on, is the ring services. So that they're basically services that go from a particular station round to a particular station in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Obviously one goes one way, one goes the other. I'm going to build the track first actually, and then I'm going to signal it. So that's how that one's done. And I like that idea, so I'm going to steal it. Because, you know, that's what I do. It's what everyone does. You know, I was watching a video recently about the tube map in London as well, because it's getting a new version later this year, I think, or early next year. And they were talking to the guy about sort of where does he get his ideas from. And he says whenever he goes abroad to different cities, he picks up copies of the maps. And he uses those as inspiration for when the tube map comes to be redesigned. And personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you know. The London Underground was the world's first underground railway. Every underground railway that's been built since then, arguably, has been a copy. Not an exact copy, but the idea has been copied. And that's perfectly fine. It's helped the world grow, it's helped the world be profitable, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm doing that with here. I'm stealing Berlin's best ideas, which are very clever. So we're going to have an anti-clockwise and a clockwise direction system running. We're then going to do the spoke system that the S-Bahn also has, which I'm very much looking forward to implementing. It does mean that a lot of the work I've done recently on the metro will probably end up being scrapped, as it's integrated. Whoops, I just pressed space, which doesn't do anything apparently. As it's integrated into this new system. Again, I'm not 100% sure how much of what we've already got will stay. Vast majority of it probably will. One of the things I did want to do is have 2 types of trains. So I'm technically combining the S-Bahn and the U-Bahn together in this idea. In that, I do need to sort this land out as well actually. We have the blue trains, which as we know run on the normal network as well as on this metro network. Let's say they're S-Bahn, because that's kind of what S-Bahn do. They run outside of the city, which is what this system is going to do as well. The metro trains we've got, we'll say that's the U-Bahn side of things. So they are going to stay within city limits. So they're not going to run, I mean they'll run a fair distance out, but they're not going to run as far as the S-Bahn trains. I'm not going to call them S-Bahn and U-Bahn either, because you know we do things by a British standard on this series. So I haven't actually decided on a name yet, which opens the doors up for you guys really to suggest ideas for what you want this system to be named. Any ideas will be accepted, of course, and welcomed. And whilst I'm on the subject of people commenting and giving ideas, I do want to say a huge thank you to everybody who watches this series, because when I did my Cities in Motion series, I got a few comments here and there, people suggesting ideas and ways that I could improve. The majority of the time, though, it was pretty quiet. You know, I didn't get a huge amount of comments. This week just gone, I think I've had more comments on my videos than in my entire YouTube career combined so far. So a massive thank you to everybody who has contributed to that, really. It's been great. I'm really appreciative of that. And, you know, loads of positive comments. All the ones that have said where I could improve, they've all been constructive. They've not been deliberately negative. And a lot of what people have said I've taken on board, and it's been better because of that. So I owe you guys a massive thank you for all of your support, all of your guidance, all of your ideas, just everything. So yeah, a huge thank you for everybody who is enjoying the series. It's very nice to just look at a video and see how many views I've got on it these days, because it's constantly surprising me just how many of you are enjoying it. So a massive thank you. And actually, on that note, as there will be a video tomorrow, as there always is, I'm going to end this one here because we're coming up to 40 minutes. We are part way through construction. We'll come back next time. We'll pick up from this exact spot, and I know that because I'm going to record tomorrow's episode straight after I finish this one. So until tomorrow, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you enjoyed the series. Enjoying the series, it's not finished yet. Leave some comments down below with future ideas, and until next time, I will see you soon.